Hello, my name is Ben.
My name is Josh.
And welcome back to FPL Graduates.
So in today's video we are doing the most overlooked players in FPL. We ran a poll on our Twitter and this was the highest voted, so we're starting to give it to you guys.
Yeah, so we're going to be looking at players with 10% ownership or below. So we're looking at players who may not have necessarily been given the nod for many managers.
So let's get into it. We're going to do 5 players, 4 in one each of the positions, and then we're going to pick a star player overall that should be in your teams.
Right, so I'm going to start things off and I'm going to go greater 5 million for Crystal Palace. He has a 1.3% ownership and with relatively favourable fixtures up until game week 14, I think is a great choice to go for. Lots of bonus points, lots of save points. What more could you want?
My choice in goal is Wolves' Rui Patricio, coming in at a little bit pricier, 5.5 million, but he's the same price as those centre-backs. He's set and forget. I reckon you should get him in your teams. Yeah,
pretty good options there. I'm going to go next and I'm going to go with the £4.5 million option, James Justin from Leicester City. He is very cheap for a starting Leicester fullback. Pereira's obviously injured for Leicester, so he's going to come in and he looked good at the tail end of last season.
Yeah, my option in defence is West Ham's Ben Johnson at 4 million. He's your budget enabler. He's currently only selected by 2.9% of players, and he is definitely going to be starting for that West Ham defence with the injuries they've got currently. Yeah,
very interesting to see that you picked him there for West Ham. I'm going to go next with Phil Foden, 6.5 million. Only 7.5% of managers have picked him. And looking back at the tail end of last season, he was that bang-in form midfielder of the Man City team. And how people are overlooking him, I do not know. He's only going to get better under Guardiola. And with David Silva leaving, he's guaranteed more game time.
Yeah, my midfield pick here is going to be Tottenham's Dele Alli. He's in at an absolute ridiculous 1.5% selected, and everyone's got Son in their team for game week 1. Why not look at Dele Alli? He'll probably be playing in behind Harry Kane with Son out wide, may even get even more attacking opportunities than Son, and he's 1 million cheaper.
Yeah, that is a cheap option to go for. Next, up top, I'm going to go for Dominic CalvertLewin. He has £7 million, so quite a bit cheaper than some of the other strikers with a 5% ownership. He loves playing under Ancelotti and he's got a really favourable run of fixtures at the start of the season. There's only 2 or 3 really difficult ones in there, so he could get off to an absolute flyer, and come Christmas, who knows, he could be the top scorer in the league.
He definitely could. So, my striking pick, he isn't playing game week 1, but he will be banging goals after that. It is Chris Wood. If Burnley score, Wood scores. Absolutely great pick. 4.2% ownership. He's definitely the best 6.5 million and below striker for me.
Now, on to the star players. Now, these 2 players that we've picked, it's ridiculous how low their ownership is. I'm going to go first with my £10.5 million striker, Sergio Aguero. Now, at 4% ownership, for someone who's consistently getting like 20 goals a season, this is ridiculous. This is one of the cheapest Aguero has been in years. Ridiculously cheap. He could be that star asset to beat your mini FPL rivals.
He definitely could, and my star asset is another Manchester City player. This time it's Raheem Sterling, coming at £11.5 million, the same price as Kevin De Bruyne this year. He's only selected by 4.9% of players. It is stupid. I would pick Sterling over Kevin De Bruyne if they're the same price.
Yeah, so we're thinking definitely bringing in these Man City assets from game week 2, game week 3, and it could be beneficial to bring in Sterling because if he bangs and gets goals, you're shooting up the overall rankings.
Well, yeah, so we're obviously just before game week 1 now. Kevin De Bruyne, as we're recording this, is at 39.5% ownership. You'll see it on the screen, the live ownership, which is crazy considering everyone's keeping him in their teams for game week 2. And then you have the same, probably a player who's going to score more goals than De Bruyne, and so that means more points.
Yeah, we can kind of judge how many people are going to pick him based on what his percentage was before fixtures came out, and it was something like 60% ownership for Kevin De Bruyne.
That's ridiculous.
So we're going to see Kevin De Bruyne's price definitely rocket up. So maybe that could be the time to take advantage of Sterling.
100%. Sterling bangs a hat-trick, you'll see that ownership absolutely rocket up to past 20% in my opinion.
Right, so that has been our differential under 10% options that have been overlooked by FPL managers. What do you think? Who have we missed out? Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, and if you haven't already, go follow us on TikTok and Twitter where we're uploading daily information for you guys to get your hands on.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Right, so I've been Ben.
I've been Josh.
And that has been FPL Graduates. See you later.
See you later.